Yes, absolutely. It's lit. This is Byron Gatsby is literally the do more mentor. Okay. um,
No, I'm in hiding. I'm in hiding.
so anything, personal development, scaling your business, everything, mindset. He is your go-to guy.
Peace, family. Peace, family. Listen, listen. You are now tuned into the Do More Mentor podcast. I'm your host, Coach Byron Gatsby. We dropping gems, and if you guys been following me and hearing me, do more, dwell less. Do more, dwell less. It's cult like. It's cult like. We are chanting. Do more, dwell less. When dwelling becomes doing, magical things begin to happen. That's so important to anything it is that we're doing, right? And I gotta kick it off with this. I gotta take it home before we even get into today's topic. We chanting, do more, dwell less. Do more, dwell less. All of them people who just talking, it's a lot of people just talking. All them people just talking about frivolous stuff. Then just pay attention to them. The people who are doing all of the dwelling, all of the talking with no movement, I want you to pay attention to their outcome and their results and their lifestyle. And I want you to pay attention to the doers. And I want you to say where you are. You need to be able to say, I'm a doer. You need to be able to say, I'm not a dweller, I'm a doer. So before we get started, all my people drop do more in the comments. We spreading this. We spreading this. It's a lifestyle. And if you're somebody out there catching this message and you're not trying to get in tune with a doer's lifestyle, this ain't for you. But for all my doers, we turning it up, right? And so what today's topic we're gonna focus on, because beyond the chat, we got to get to business, right? We got to get to business. We got to get clarity. You know what I'm saying? We got to get direction. We got to know what's going on so we can know where we're going. And once we get that clear, one thing me and my partner have been doing lately is we're starting to see things so clear. We're celebrating early. We're celebrating our achievements for 5 years from now because we got the plan and we're working towards it. We're celebrating our achievements that we're going to hit 2 years from now, 3 years from now. We know what life is going to look like for us in 10 years, with God's mercy, His grace, and our consistency in taking action every single day to get the best results today and moving forward, right? And so for today's topic, I'm going to be talking about how to train your mind to stop sitting on ideas and start executing, right? How to train your mind to stop sitting on ideas and start executing, right? If you're tired of starting and stopping, this is for you. This episode is for you, and I would say get your pen and notepad. That's up to you. I really like to just kick it. I want you to be able to feel the vibe, take in the energy, but this definitely is something that's near and dear and going to be very important and pivotal for your growth personally as well as professionally. Training your mind to stop sitting on ideas and start executing, right? So, number one, right? Just stop overthinking, right? Clarity comes from action, right? You can never really be clear on what you're doing until you're actually doing it. You can have it in your head, you can have it in your mind, but you're never really going to have that full proof clarity until you just start taking action. And then that's when you're going to realize things are going to starting and things are going to be making sense. And I've been going through that a lot lately, and it's exciting because I'm getting addicted to just taking action because I'm realizing that it's catapulting me to my goals. I was so unaware of that. I was spending so much time in the planning phase and the overthinking phase and just the trying to fix things, trying to be perfect. When I said no more and I'm going to take action, I'm going to become a doer. I can't afford to dwell no more. The clock is ticking. When I tell you the numbers been running up, and I used to get excited about the numbers running up and seeing my bank account constantly growing and all the success of my team and everybody having the success that they're having. But now we're just celebrating the fact that we're taking action each and every day because our results are guaranteed. So it gets to a point where that's not even the motivation anymore. The motivation has to be your excitement during your process, your excitement in taking that action, right? There is no perfect moment, right? There is no perfect moment. What better time than now? Literally, whatever you didn't do yesterday, whatever you didn't do today, I promise you, if you just start this next minute, second, hour, you're a step closer to your desires than you were ever before, right? So you're a step closer to your desires than you were ever before, just to start taking action now. So if you feel that, if you out there and you feel that, do more in the comments. Do more. Do more. I'm going to be a step closer to my desires in the next hour, in the next day, in the next week, in the next month than I was before. Because not I'm saying it, but I'm going to get up, I'm going to take actions, and I'm going to move towards that thing and that desire. And I'm going to have fun doing it, right? I'm going to do it with that childlike spirit that we talk about. If you're new, if you're just catching this, that childlike spirit is what's needed to be successful. We got to stop overthinking, right? We got to just get the ball rolling like we did when we were children. We wanted to ride that bike. We didn't even think about the failures. When we went through it, we fell off the bike, we experienced it, we got back up, but we didn't let the thinking about all of that stop us before we just went to it. So with that same childlike spirit, we want to eliminate that overthinking, right? And then that just leads to the next thing, right? Write this down if you got your notes. Then you're going to make fast decisions. We call it ignorance on fire. We gotta be ignorance on fire. We're not gonna know it all. We're not gonna have it all. And even being ignorance on fire is going to get the information to know it all, right? I don't know what I know what I want to do. I don't know how to do it, but what can I take action on, right? What can I make a fast right now decision on actually doing? And what that is go get the information. Go get the education. Do some research and development. All of these things are action things, right? And that's why I don't want us to overcomplicate the do more, do less. Just do. Just take action. One thing you're going to identify when you start just taking action, nobody wants to just do stuff for no reason, but just don't do nothing. That's the thing. Just don't do nothing, right? Take action. Get the ball rolling. Get it in the game. Do something. And once you start doing something and get in the habit of doing and get excited about being up and moving and having things on your planning and having things on your to-do list and being excited about getting up the next day. I don't care if you're going in a job. If you have a plan that I'm going to be a doer, even while I'm at work, you will find purpose in being aggressive with your taking action. Do more, dwell less. And it will take all of that stuff that's weighing heavy on your mind, all that stuff that you're procrastinating, all of the chaos and everything going on in the world. It will just start to be silence because you won't even have time to be thinking about that stuff. And not only you don't have time to think about it, it's for a great reason because you're doing productive stuff. You're doing things that you've been waiting to do, that you couldn't wait to do, that you want to do, and you're getting people involved. It doesn't get no better. Right? So make fast decisions. Train your mind to decide once and move. Don't revisit the decision 20 times, right? Because this is one thing I used to talk about when I was training all my guys on sales. I'm like, when you got somebody on the cuffs, you got to close them right there. Because if you tell them, hey, well, go home and think about it. When somebody think about something for too long, we usually think about the way out of it. We think about the negatives. Most people, when they're thinking, they're not, especially for something that they desire to do, they're not thinking the victories and all the positives and to be happy and the success about doing it. Because if they were thinking that, they would be excited as I am to take action so they can get there quickly. If we were just thinking in our favor and our good, we were thinking about the best outcome, we were getting excited about it, how could we not go and pursue that? The problem is when we're overthinking, it's usually towards negative things. And that boils down to us because we're not active. We're not in motion. You know, we have emotion. We have emotion. Are you having emotion? You know, and if you're watching this, if you're the person out there that can say we have emotion, if you have emotion, put it in the comments. We have emotion. We have emotion. We moving. We taking action. We see where we going. We own that. We have emotion, right? Now, if you're somebody who can't say, you know, identify your emotion, get you some, right? Get you some motion, and I'm championing you to get you some motion. This is not talking at you. I'm saying get you some motion. Find something to do. Find something that you can do consistently, daily, that you can get excited about, that you can learn, grow, build, develop, watch flourish, you know, look forward to. Get you some things to look forward to. Put your mind on things that you're going to look forward to, right? You want to be looking forward to things. That's going to keep your spirits up. That's going to keep your attitudes right. That's the power of being that doer. Listen to me. Y'all gotta be listening to me. It's gonna get your spirits up. You're gonna be like, yeah, we getting shit done. We in motion. We moving. You know what I'm saying? We're not overthinking. We're doing more. We're not dwelling. You know what I'm saying? We're making decisions. We're standing on it, right? Win, lose, or draw. We're going forward with our decisions. We're trusting our processes, right? All of that. Now, the next step. Set a deadline, right? Set a deadline. Give your idea a due date. No date, right? You don't have no date. What you doing? So make sure you got a due date. Even if it has to flex, change a little bit. Set a deadline so there's some accountability there, right? So you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got some movement, some motion, and make sure you put in timelines. Like, because I talk to a lot of people and they got all these ideas and all these things they want to do. But then you ask them, well, when you gonna get started? They don't just tell you, I'm starting today. I started already. I'm starting tomorrow. They're telling you what they're waiting for. That's the first thing they start saying. Oh, but they don't give you no exacts. And I'm talking to us, right? We got to realize this within ourselves if you're catching this message. They don't give you no exacts. They say things like, well, I'm waiting for this to happen, or I'm waiting for this to kick in, or I'm waiting for that. And then you ask them, well, when that's going to happen? And it still boils down to they're waiting. They're waiting. They're dwelling. And no, they don't got no motion. And then when you talk to the people who got motion, who have emotion, and you ask them when they getting started, oh, I started already, man. I started last year. You know what I'm saying? We got a long way to go, but we get it in every single day. You know, they can tell you expected. By this time, I expect this business to be here. By this time, I expect this to be happening. You know, I know things don't go perfect, but I got plans, right? I got plans. I'm having motion. So the basics. Don't overthink this thing, right? We're talking about stop dwelling and doing more. The basics is have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Have a plan. Have a deadline. Have something that you can look forward to. You know what I'm saying? We need things we can look forward to. Not that we're just running away from, right? We want to be able to look forward to it. Create that, right? Let's get us some motion. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? The doers will win. This is what this is about. Like I said, we chat. Do more, dwell less. Number 4, find an execution partner, right? Accountability buddies is what we call them. Get somebody who's ready to change, who's ready to grow, who's ready to build with you. Tell somebody, hey, I'm looking to create and get this new habit. Hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? You see me slipping, remind me. And if you don't got somebody to do it, tune in, right? Monday nights, Sunday nights. If you catch my link, tune in. I'm your personal accountability buddy, because I'm going to be talking like this, just reminding us that, hey, what are we doing? You know and that's not a bad thing, because I'm saying, what are we celebrating today? Let's celebrate. I ain't saying don't celebrate. I'm saying let's celebrate. Let's celebrate victories every day, right? We need victories every day. Every day we need to find something to celebrate, be excited about, be happy about. That, oh, I got this done today. I said I was going to do it. I did it. Man, this shit feel good. We need to be able to identify that every day. We need to be closing out our day championing and celebrating, success from execution on something, anything. If it's, something you wanted to be doing with your spouse, you know what I'm saying, that you've been intentional about making dinner for your kids. You've been intentional about going on a date with your old lady. You've been intentional about, doing a step towards fixing your credit, paying your bills on time. You got them scheduled. You got them organized. Intentional about spending time with the kids. All of these are victories if you execute them. But if they're just up here and you're just only thinking about them and keep talking about them, like that shit is over, right? We're getting rid of that, right? When dwelling becomes doing, magical things begin to happen. We want to create lifestyles of magic. We want to see victories, and you literally can position yourself for victories every single day by just being intentional and taking action, right? So find that accountability buddy. I'm here for you. I'm going to be delivering the message. I love it. That's why I actually love doing these calls. I love what I'm doing, because when I got to be intentional about reminding all of and this is how I was able to build teams constantly and grow, massive companies and help people, is because I'm just very intentional about making sure everybody else stay on point. And by default, it keeps me on point. Just me having to prepare the topics and the titles to come talk to you guys tonight about executing and being a doer and celebrating victories, like just because I had to prepare to come and deliver this message, that keep me on point. I'm a doer. If I had to deliver any kind of message, this is the message I want to deliver. This is the message that feels great. I know if somebody take this message, if they implement it and if they take heed, they're going to be headed in the right direction. And the person who can challenge this message and say call bullshit, bring them to the front of the congregation. Hey, look, the person that's out there that can challenge and say, no, we don't need to take more action. We need to just keep on dwelling. And then we don't need to have no plans. We need to just keep on flow. The person that can counter this message, bring them to the congregation. Right? It's like that, right? It's like that. So I'm excited to be able to prepare and deliver this message for all of us. So I am your personal accountability buddy. Coach Gatsby is your accountability buddy. I am your reminder and your partner that, hey, we're supposed to be winning right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? I want you to hear my voice when you get to dwelling and procrastinating and excuse making and delaying the greatness, delaying achievement, delaying your growth, delaying the things that you desire to see. I want you to hear my voice saying, what are we doing? What are we doing? Do more, dwell less. I want you guys to have this in your head. It's funny. It's fun. It's very, 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 hey, what are we doing? Right? That's what I want. That's what I want to resonate, right? And number 5, right? This is what we're talking about. Reward your progress, not just results. And that's what we're talking about by celebrating every day. Too many of us are not only able to celebrate results, but we're delayed in that because we're simply not even giving attention to the baby steps, progress. Reward your progress. Everything is created in the process, not the results. Too many people focus on the end and never get there. Versus if they just focus on what's front of them each step of the way, the how-to, right? And they just keep their head down and execute the how-to and celebrate and be happy and victorious that they executed steps 1 to get to 2, 2 to get to 3, 3 to get to 4, 4 to get to 5. They can't wait to execute step 6 because 7 looks great, right? Instead of them celebrating and rewarding themselves for taking those steps in the progress, they'll just keep talking about and thinking about what they want to do, the actual result and the outcome, but they haven't even gotten started. So I'm encouraging you all to get started. The time is now, right? The time is now. Let's execute this thing, right? So on that note, I do got to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, the Wealth Partners Referral Network. If you're about your bag and want to earn online by simply sharing high value services, join the Wealth Partners Referral Network. They're going to provide weekly tools, resources, coaching, training, real commissions, real people winning, real success stories. The Wealth Partners Referral Network is a network of hustlers, entrepreneurs, go-getters, literally just interchanging products and services with a referral link connection and getting paid commissions just off of putting products and services that people are using every single day in front of their audience with all instruction. So shout out our partners, the Wealth Partners Referral Network, for sponsoring our show tonight. The link is in the comments. Be sure to join them. Be sure to join them. Now, listen, I feel good. I feel like the message that was delivered, that I came to deliver tonight, I was able to do it. And the bottom line is, the fastest way to turn an idea into action is to take action. Right? We got to train our mind. And I don't want this thing to seem like it's just simple. It does take practice. It takes work. But what it takes more than anything is being intentional. Being intentional about the results and the thing that you're trying to get to, so that your clear steps and your clear process. Right? And I want to leave with this quote. Ideas are cheap. Execution is wealth. Think about that. It's easy to have an idea. But executing, you know what I'm saying? That's where the wealth is. That's the value. That's what separates the winners from the losers. Everybody got ideas. Everybody got dreams and goals. Everybody can talk to you about that. But who actually executed and achieved it and won it, right? So ideas are cheap. Execution is wealth, right? I'm going to challenge you guys to do one thing that moves your idea forward this week, leaving this call, right? And you can tune in, put it in the comments, even DM me on social media. You got my links. DM me if you saw this. Let me know that I am your accountability buddy, right? I get a lot of people reaching out. So if I miss you, just come back to the call to message. But I'm going to try to respond to every last person that reaches out. And this week, I want you to do one thing that moves your idea forward, And I'm being easy on you. I would say go do way more than one thing, but start with one, right? Let's start with one. Don't just dream it, dominate it, right? Let's start with one. Let's start with one idea that's going to just get us moving in the right direction. One thing that we can just celebrate and feel good about. You know what I'm saying? And write it down. Share it. Go and tell your spouse. Go and tell whoever your accountability buddy is, somebody that you can trust with holding you accountable. You go and tell them what it is you desire to do this week, right? And you be accountable to it. And I want you to reward yourself. Once you just take those steps and do that, just reward yourself. Just say, yeah, if I did this once, I can do this over and over again. Nothing is impossible. You know what I'm saying? But the variable, the difference maker in it all is going to be our ability to take action and execute, right? That's going to be our ability to take action and execute. That's just what it's going to be, right? So with that being said, do more, dwell less. When dwelling becomes doing, magical things begin to happen. Before we get out of here, I do got to give one more shout out to one more of our sponsors. Entrepreneurs Are Us. You know what I'm saying? If you need help bring your idea to life, branding, automations, full setups, done for you, visit. This is not Entrepreneurs Are Us. I'm sorry. This is from DP Branding and Consulting. They're going to get me. Look, I got sponsors coming in. I never portrayed to be perfect. So let's shout out our sponsors and partners, DP Branding and Consulting. If you're a business out there, someone looking to start a business, and you need help bring your idea to life, you need help with branding, you're already in business, you need help with your automations, your full business setup and hub, site domains, anything that a business owner would need to function, scale, and operate, DP Branding and Consulting is your go-to friend. They're your go-to source. Literally, I utilize them for every tool in my arsenal. And when I tell you that they leave no stone unturned, and literally your business will scale and grow, you're going to start to recognize when you reach out to DP Branding and Consulting, they're going to make you realize things that you thought you had in place, that it can be done that much better. And they're going to show you how those results can come from that. So DP Branding and Consulting. The link will be in this video. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur out there, check them out. Full details and disclosures on their site. Shout out DP Branding and Consulting, our partners again. Appreciate them for sponsoring the show. And take my word for it. Anything business, scaling, automation, branding, it's in the name. DP Branding and Consulting. And it ain't don't play Branding and Consulting, but they don't play. DP Branding and Consulting. Tap in with them. Right? Tap in with them. So that being said, family, as I always say, I hope this message hit home. I am your accountability buddy, Coach Byron Gatsby. Like, I'm invested. This is like therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? I love chanting. It keeps that energy radiating. I pray that this message, hits home with you. I pray that it was beneficial to those who might just need that push, who might just need that reminder that, hey, your ideas are yours for a reason. Don't overthink it. Just do. Don't overthink it. Simplify it. Just do, and peace, love, and blessings to you all. Until next time.